Well, hello, my darlings and my viewers. How are we today? Can we hear me well enough? Yes, we can hear me. I can hear the echo of me streaming this. Good, good. I hope everyone's well and their various countries are not on fire, although they probably are actually on fire. Apart from Britain, which is just in perpetual rain. Always raining all the time at the moment. Nothing but a deluge of the water, the thing that is known for doing deluges. We all good? We're good. Okay, good. There's so many... there we go. There's many things that are happening in worlds of Warhammer 40,000. Not just the disappearance of loads of Space Marine things to Legends, though it looks like the Dark Angels will be mostly okay when it comes to that sort of thing, because they're like Black Knights and stuff, should be totally fine. Their Flying Lieutenant, maybe less so. Not entirely sure. So today we're going to be attempting to play the 1998 XCOM-like Chaos Gate. It's all about Space Marines doing XCOM things and killing Chaos Marines rather than like killing aliens or anything. And they'll be wandering around, shooting things, throwing grenades, and you can have Terminators and Assault Marines and Devastator Marines. So I'm looking forward to showing that to you. However, it's very temperamental as to whether it wants to work or not. The times I've tried it, sometimes it works. Totally fine and it's beautiful and wonderful and everyone has a great time. Alternatively, maybe none of those things are happening. So I fully expect it to crash before it actually gets to the gameplay. But if that happens, I do have a backup plan. A different 40k game I can play that you're probably not familiar with. That'll be something that you can enjoy. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Something goes wrong technological-wise every time I stream. Every time anyone streams, it seems, anyway. This time, probably the game that's not going to work. Are we settled in? Are we ready for some Space Marininess? Oh, and I see the new emotes are working. Wonderful. Wonderful. If anyone wants emotes like that, that is where you want to click the join button that's just under the word edition on this below me title bar. And that lets you join the YouTube community, the group of special people on YouTube that pay extra money. Well, pay some money to me. It's very nice that you're willing to pay money to me. I do appreciate that. And then you get the cool emotes and you get stickers next to your name so everyone knows that you're special and important to the channel, which is nice. It's just annoying that when you do that, YouTube says, aha, well, someone gave you money on the 6th of August, so I think we'll pay that, oh, I don't know, the end of September. Yeah, that's why I also have the Ko-fi, which is down there. That's where you can just directly give money to me as a tip, and then it pops up immediately and it's in like my bank account the next day. I like that one better, but it's entirely up to you. I don't want to make it difficult for you to give me money. That one is linked in the description. It just takes like one extra click to do. Okay, let's play a game. We're doing okay. Good, we have people coming in. Excellent. Excellent. This is where we now have to little bit wing it and hope that it all goes well. Oh boy, I sure do like winging it. Okay. Do we have... We have audio of it? Why is it not coming up? It should be here. It should be coming. We should be seeing a cathedral shortly. It's an old game for sure. I'm running it, you know, I have the disc. The actual disc. No one has discs anymore. And this is something that, you can't get it on Steam. So otherwise I would just be like, oh, let's click the Steam button and play this on Steam. No, doesn't work like that. That would be far too simple. Okay, you can actually see it. It's on the screen. Good. Good, good. You can also hear the music. It's got some very epic music. So we're in a cathedral, which is on a spaceship. We're flying through space. My cursor is now an Ultramarine gauntlet. Audio seems fine. Good. That's balanced alright. Look at the options. Oh, we've got Ultramarine symbols. We've got a Chaos Marine and a statue. This is the bridge. Lovely. Banners. Yeah, the reason we're flying through space this quickly and that the fire is going so, like, impressively is because my computer is a bit more advanced. Not very much advanced, but a little bit more advanced than the 1998 computers normally required to run this game. So things go a little bit faster when it comes to fire. I mean, quick fire is what I like. Lots of fire. Fire is beautiful. So I've got it set up to play Mission 1. And that will be the only mission that I plan to play, because after that you get more than like a half squad. And I'll show you the squads and stuff in a second. But 5 models to move around and do things with is totally fine. It's when you have a bunch more. It's like XCOM. Do you remember those missions in XCOM, assuming you played XCOM? In like XCOM 2, where you got like every single person that you ever recruited is now fighting in one battle. And that one battle would take 2 hours. It can get like that. By the very end, you're playing with like 3 squads plus every support character you can think of for a Space Marine chapter. Like a company chapter, unit group. So you got your captain, your chaplain, your apothecary, your librarian, your tech marine. And you're moving like 20 people around, all with their own unique skills and abilities and weapons and stuff. So for this mission, you have to go into a creepy temple, kill some cultists, and also some Chaos Marines, and retrieve a relic. And it says, hey, you might want some, you know, grenades when you go. Hello, hello everyone. Fire is a fun word. Oh, crossfire, that's a good one for like Genestealer cult. Sort of a shame we don't have that, except on the Ridge Runner. Then it's still there. And look, it's recommending all the things we recognize. Frag grenades, crack grenades. Anti-plant grenades have kind of gone from the game. But heavy bolters, flamers, they're all still very much part of the lore. Hello from Australia. Yeah, I keep trying to do these at a time when, in theory, everyone can attend. So 3 o'clock on a Sunday is about the only decent time for the different coasts. Pacific coasts, Atlantic coasts, Europe, and sort of Australia. So for some people it'll be like, oh, it's 8 in the morning. Who's streaming at 8 in the morning? Me. I am the one that is streaming at 8 in the morning. You're 8 in the morning. Right, let's look at the units. So we've got dudes at the back. We have a dude with an actual backpack who loves pressing one particular button. We've got a dude with no backpack for some reason, who is very energetically moving, again because the processing speed of my computer means that it all moves much faster than it's normally meant to. So here's, basically, you get a company. Half company? You've got 10 squad. Yeah, you get a half company. With your captain, who's only available in the very final mission, so you can never level him up, and by the time you get to that final mission, he's just the worst character. And he's just like, oh, I just need to put you at the back and keep you alive. There's a chaplain, various apothecaries, or 2 apothecaries, 2 tech marines, 4 librarians. And I'll show you some of their psychic power options shortly. But yeah, the idea is it's kind of the reverse of XCOM. So in XCOM, you do the missions and recruit people as you go along. and then they die and then you get more. The way this works is you have all of these people at the start, basically. As the missions go on, you can unlock certain ones, so you can't get the first company Terminator squad right at the very start of the game. Same for the Assault Squad and the Devastator Squad. And others you unlock as you go along, like the Captain is only available in the very last mission. Yeah, it comes from... The Demon Hunters one is just an updated XCOM version, but with Grey Knights and then demons, and it has gone way more XCOM. Now what I'm expecting to happen with this one is I'll be able to show you all the little nice things behind it, and then it's going to crash and it won't actually do the gameplay, which will kind of suck. If that happens, I will try again during the week to just record the mission, and then I'll put it up as a video. But that's what I'm expecting to happen. It's very temperamental as to whether it just crashes entirely, doesn't load, or works fine, and it's like, what's the problem? There's no problem, everything's fine. Yeah. Got loads of little profiles, everyone gets their own name. I can't remember if it's randomized. I think it is randomized. But your Assault Squad has the jump packs and the different symbols. They all seem to be having power swords in the example, and there's a guy with like 2 power swords. You can't equip them with 2 power swords, not in 2nd edition and not in this. Yeah, this is actually using yellow on the trim. And they all have the same yellow, so I'm not sure which company that is. They surely don't do it on the Terminators. No, there's just no trim for them. Okay, I'll just show you a regular squad first. So you can kit them out, and when I first played this, you know, back in the day, in like the early 2000s, then, yes, Ape Mantis, or Ape Manitus. That was definitely one of the names. Yep, there he is. Ape Mantis. A normal Space Marine name. Yeah. So when I first played this, I didn't know you could actually customize your unit and, you know, give them different weapons. So I was just going straight in like, default things. Somehow I need to complete this entire mission using only bolt guns and maybe a las cannon. So there's your crack grenades and your frag grenades, and you have medipacks so that everyone can actually heal themselves without an apothecary. A master crafted bolter for the sergeant, but this is doing it like where you do level select, so I'm showing you the level select version rather than actually playing the campaign. Campaign is very long because of the number of squads and models you have in it, and it takes time to move every single guy, even if it's just a dude with a bolter that isn't really going to contribute much against Chaos Terminators. So you unlock like special weapons and things as you go. That's what the old school melter guns used to look like. Much longer barrel, big weird tube thing. Flamers, you'll recognize these if you play Genestealer Cult, and I know a lot of you play Genestealer Cult. This is the exact same flamer design that they've kept. Whereas the Space Marines with the new Infernus Marines, the Imperial Guard have slightly different flamers. The Battle Sisters, their flamers have changed, so they all look slightly different. This is back in the day, 2nd edition, when all the flamers looked the same. Plasma gun, similarly. That looks what you'd see only on, I think now, the Plague Marines? The Death Guard Plague Marines, they have this Mark 1 thingammy, Mark 1 plasma gun. All the rest have slightly different versions. Then we just have a green flamer to be special and a green plasma gun. Heavy weapons, they're all over the shoulder. So if you played Horus Heresy, you'll know that things like las cannons, auto cannons, they all go over the shoulder. Missile launchers still do, of course. There's your las cannon with its cool squiggly bit there at the top to show you how amazing it is. There's a multi-melter. And yeah, you can have multi-melters in Devastator squads. Of course you can have multi-melters in Devastator squads. If you can have it in a Battle Sister Retributor squad, then of course you can have it in a Devastator squad, and it's probably going to cost fewer points if you do it that way. Because of course it's fair. Plasma cannon is also an over-the-shoulder thing. So they're all now, I think other than the las cannon, is the las cannon underslung, or do they have it on the shoulder now as the more modern models? I can't remember. No, that's still like up to the... Oh, that's just a big gun. Yeah, so it's still looking a lot like this. The missile launchers at the time, you could have so many different kinds of missiles. Crack missiles, frag missiles, melter missiles. What have we got? Plasma missiles, blind missiles. Yeah, you fire las cannons from the hip. Of course you fire las cannons from the hip. That's, of course, how it works. And anti-plant missiles to just explode some plants. So it is limited to one heavy weapon or special weapon for the squad, and it could be on the sergeant. So if I just put a guy with a plasma gun, then you'll see I can't put plasma guns on anyone else. But if I were to pick the Devastator squad, now we've got the option to have 2 people with heavy weapons. That's just how advanced it was. What have we got in the Assault Marines? Yeah, Assault Marines, the way they've got them here is not how I remember it ever being for Assault Marines. Past, present, anytime. Hand flamers are available. Every model can have a plasma pistol, if you want, because you've got 5 for the plasma pistols. Oh, the rocket launcher had the... Yes, it has the fire. It should have the flame paint job. They did a lot of really cool heavy metal things back in 2nd edition, with bright green bases. And just making the colours bright and pop, whereas now they've gone for a much more subdued colour. The Imperial Fist especially, they look much closer to brown than they do look to like yellow. What else have we got? Oh yeah, everyone can have, we can have power axes, power swords, power fists. You can have everyone kitted out absurdly. Yeah, they've even the weirdest looking models came up well in this game. It's a really well done game. The special versions of power swords that you can see the attacks go up to 4 if you've got this power sword. Special axes. And these numbers are like armor penetration and damage and of course range. Fancy looking power fist that you can just stick on anyone, doesn't have to be a sergeant or a captain. But the one I'm going to try and get to work is the Terminator squad. Because it's fun to just have Terminators mowing down a million cultists, assuming it's going to work. Okay, so we've got... there's the sergeant. He's got a power fist and a storm bolter. So let's give him... Have we got a power sword? Yeah, power sword and shield. I can't, unfortunately, rotate the models. It's just a static image that changes one arm. There's your storm bolter and power sword. And I don't think it was ever available at a time, and hasn't been available since, that you could have Terminators and do a mix of Assault Squad and regular Terminators. They may have just done it for this particular game. So this dude, let's give him, there, Thunderhammer and Storm Shield. And that's a really tiny Storm Shield, but they were really tiny in 2nd edition. And they were also metal. They were absurdly heavy Terminators that you're trying to balance on a 25mm base. And they're very prone more to snapping their stand and falling off. It was a pain. Tiny looking Thunderhammer there, but if you look at, say, the Assault Intercessors now, they also have this tiny child bonk hammer of Thunderhammer. So if you get an Assault Intercessor squad, they're quite good for parts for Terminators. So the power fist you get in that squad comes in 3 pieces. It's a pain to have to build it like that. Where's the good ones? Heavy Flamer! Of course we need a Heavy Flamer. And as they're Terminators, they have no pockets. So there's no like, oh, here's your grenades and your medipacks and things on the side. It's just ammunition for the gun. And in this case, there's nothing. It's just the shield and the hammer. There's a Heavy Flamer, and I think I can also give him a Chain Fist. Why not? Sounds good. It's beautiful. Here's a dude. Let's have Twin Lightning Claws. Because walking very slowly towards the enemy as a Terminator is obviously the best choice. And let's have... Unlike what you'd think is normally allowed, where it's one heavy weapon, in this game you can have an assault cannon and a heavy flamer. Not two of the same kind, but one of each. And the assault cannon in 2nd edition was absolutely absurd. It's 1,000,000 shots, essentially. And, like, each barrel had to jam to stop it from firing. It was utterly insane. Everyone, if you could, always went for the assault cannon. Now, when I was playing in 2nd edition, I had only the 1st edition Terminators, which looked like the waddling dudes from the Fifth Element movie. If you've seen the Fifth Element movie, it's the Lilu Multipass. That movie. It's kind of a silly movie. It has some Terminator-looking dudes that waddle slightly from side to side as they try and move forward. Yeah, it was them, and one of them had a heavy flamer, so I was always locked into the heavy flamer. Never got to see what the assault cannon was like. I just know that it's absurd. So there, I've got every single kind of close combat weapon, power swords, power fist, thunderhammer, lightning claws. Okay, we're ready to go. That's where you could configure vehicles if I was able to bring a vehicle on the mission. The only ones they had were Dreadnought, which looks a lot like the Ballistus Dreadnought, Landspeeder, Rhino, and a Predator. The problem was, though, they had such a massive footprint and they couldn't travel over any kind of terrain. Even the Landspeeder couldn't travel over terrain. So as soon as there was like a tiny bush, it blocked the movement for the whole thing entirely. So they were not amazing. You much more wanted your assault squads, your terminate squads, heavy weapon squads, devastator squads, and you know, some characters. Oh, that's a thing. Where is Encyclopedia? Yeah, so you got your tactical space marines, and they're only really good in the missions because if you find extra weapons, they're allowed to equip extra weapons. Devastator squads not allowed to equip extra weapons. There's your assault marines. Any member can just have power axes and all sorts. Devastator dude looks about the same. Terminators, librarians, and we got psychic powers to look at. The enemies in this game are the word bearers, and they also have a bunch of corn berserkers, which are some of the easiest to kill because they just rush straight at you, and then you gun them down. And then if they do actually reach you in combat, if you're leveled up like at all, you go first and kill them, because it was all based on initiative in this edition. And usually, at least in this leveled up version, you have a higher initiative, so you go first. Doesn't matter who charged. There's the horrifying Chaos Terminators with their combi weapons. Oh look, combi flamer is different to combi melter. If anyone's just started in 10th edition, they'll be like, I didn't know there was a difference. I thought they were the exact same gun. There's annoying sorcerers that do horrible things, chaplains, and then there's, I think, one time a Chaos Lord right at the end. He's nothing special, he's just a mirror of the captain. They do also have greater demons, and demons of all kinds. They were fun in their 2nd edition versions. Really janky looking. The Fleshhounds have remained pretty much the same. There's Lords of Change, Flamers, which have like beaks and wearing dresses. It's beautiful. We need to respect their life choices when they set things on fire. Pink horrors with these weird, like, ugly man faces that pop into blue horrors, and that's where it stopped. No brimstone horrors. I think they came in 6th edition. That was when they were, I think that was when they were initially released. Maybe 7th edition. That was Thousand Suns time in 2016, and that's when they had all of the brimstone horrors and things like that. We don't talk about the 10th edition combi weapons. You're absolutely right. Battle Sisters could do with a, you know, an actual combi flamer, combi melter, something that isn't just I can kill one infantry dude. Here's the cultists. Yeah, they're so beautiful. With their robes, they say such fun things. And then there's little awards. Guns, various guns. Las pistols, which for some reason costs more action points to use than a bolt gun. And the way action points work was they were all about, you can do a certain number of things, whether it's moving, running, shooting. So if you stay still with a bolt gun, you could fire it like 3 or 4 times. Or you can move and fire it once or twice. And you can do aimed shots to do better shots at long range and be more likely to hit. Guns, so many guns. Oh, if you find a chaos tainted version at some point, even though that looks exactly the same, you're not allowed to pick it up. It's like, no, it's been touched by chaos. I don't want it. It's like a microwave cooker. There you go. It's subatomic agitation like a microwave. That's how it explains how the multi-melters work. Yeah, there's the horrifying assault cannon. It just tears through anything. Yeah, we'll just skip the combi weapons for now. Autocannon, which is just essentially the same as the assault cannon. The chain fist. The chaos one looking way nicer. Much longer blade. And then we have various other combat weapons, including tiny knives. Everyone loves the tiny knives. And then there's better versions, which are pretty and come in various colors. And we need our blind missiles for putting up smoke screens. And we have anti-plant missiles in case you need to just explode an area of cover and not kill anyone in the cover. You just want to remove the specific plants that are anywhere near the cover. Grenades that can be thrown. Vortex grenades. You can get vortex grenades and they're scary because you throw them and it has a really short range. It just wipes out anything that's there, but then it drifts closer to you. And suddenly it's just, whoop, there goes your own people. So it's very much a one-shot use. Stasis grenades to lock people in place. These are something that you haven't really seen since 2nd edition. You could have like Imperial Guard heroes, like bounty hunters, like, I've got a stasis grenade. I'm gonna just hit these 2 orcs in this squad, and the whole squad just cannot move the next turn because you need to stay in unit coherency. It was really annoying to like tie up enemies for a turn. Anti-plant grenade, just in case you need to get rid of all those plants. I don't know if it works on orcs. They're a kind of fungus. It doesn't work on orcs. No, it just destroys vegetation. And you have to get really close to do that and throw that grenade, so you may as well use the power of gun instead, or charge them and attack them in combat. Haywire grenades that are slightly annoying for tanks, but one automatic penetrating hit doesn't really do too much in this game. And then you got to roll on, like, it has like a random table, much like XCOM does, and how the damage charts used to be, to see if your tracks are damaged, you can't move, or your gun's damaged, and things like that. Melter bombs are annoying. A lot of fun though, not annoying. Bad for the enemy. You could drop in with an assault marine, attach a melter bomb to someone, and then fly away. Just set the melter bomb to like activate in 0 turns. And I can't remember if it's like player turns or battle round turns, because they use the same term at the time. All turns. Medipack, just get some health back. Scanners are very useful. I won't be able to show you the scanners if I'm using Terminators, but it tells you like, there's demons. Demons come up with special colored dots. Enemies turn up in red dots, and of course your own guys, your Ultramarines, are in blue dots. It has no character customization or faction customization the way things like Dawn of War do. So there's no like changing to be Imperial Fists or Blood Angels or anything like that. There are rhinos. You can get out of them. It's got different armor stats for its flank, its turret, its hull and its tracks. At the time, I think you could choose to fire at either the vehicle, like different parts of the vehicle. I never got round to like actual tank combat in 2nd edition. Didn't have any tanks at the time, it was all infantry for me. And there was like Tyranids, really cool looking Tyranid warriors, really gnarly looking Tyranid warriors, really. You should definitely look up the 2nd edition Tyranid warriors. It's some beautiful artwork. Really funny looking. The Screamer Killer though from 2nd edition looks exactly the same as now. Which was of course their intention. Predator with nothing on the side. There's your open-topped land speeder as it was. That model has only been updated once since 2nd edition. It was updated in 4th edition. Came out in the 4th edition starter set, and it was plastic, and it hasn't been updated since then, and now it's going to be retired forever, and that's sad. Everyone's going to lose their land speeders. So sad. There's your Ballistus Dreadnought, as it was. Your bolters, your missile launcher, your... I think this one has an assault... Yeah, assault cannon only. You can't change its guns to have a twin las cannon. So there you go. If you're looking at the Ballistus Dreadnought, you're wondering where it's come from, it's this 2nd edition model. Chaos Rhino, which is the same, but with tusks and little guardrails on the top. No spikes at this time. Extra spikes come in 3rd edition. Chaos Dreadnought, but it's got twin heavy bolters and a Thunderhammer. You can sort of see the square of the Thunderhammer there. It's not very distinct from the rest of the model, but it is there. So this model, I thought it only came out in 3rd edition. It must have come out in 2nd edition. Fancy, big, chunky, metal Chaos Dreadnought. I still use it. I might use it in a game this week. I don't know. And then we have the psychic powers. So Hellfire, there should be... Maybe there's a smite? Gate. Just open a gate to transport people. Punch someone. They were all very much based on the fantasy, like D&D kind of spells at the time. And you got cards for them. And you generated a number of psychic points, and you drew some cards, and it really was a whole phase in itself, which it isn't anymore. It's just some guns. Teleporting people, machine curse to affect some tanks. Scanning, but you don't need that when you have Auspex scans. Quickening, which is the best one probably. Double someone's action points, and suddenly that Terminator with the assault cannon is just gunning people down a lot. Oh, with the pincer tail, yeah, pincer tail Hive Tyrant. That was a really cool model as well. Very fun. Smite, everyone knows Smite. That came back strong in like 6th edition and was just, here's a generic psychic attack. Iron Arm as well, so if you remember that from 6th, 7th edition, where it was like, oh, it's a special thing you can have in the psychic powers as a biomancy thing. Punch a dude. Teleport a dude, do a psychic shield, or just purge a demon. Demons can be very difficult to kill, and having a bloodthirster and just having the librarian just extend his hand slightly, and then no more demon. It's a bit we'll just skip that one. It's a bit anticlimactic to just press a button and there's no more demon. Or you can just purge a Psyker, which is a lot like Mind War kind of feeling. Set a dude on fire. Or just have a Vortex Grenade, but as a psychic power. And then we get the evil ones, the pink fire that the horrors do. Bolt of Change that the Lord of Change does. More fire, fire, wonderful. Okay, this is the bit where I click Enter Combat and the game's probably going to crash. But we get to see a Tech Marine, maybe? Or maybe it just gives me a black screen. Yeah, I think it's just giving me a black screen. So, probably not going to work today. I'll give it a second and see if anything happens. Come on, machine. No, I don't think it wants to. Okay, let's see what it looks like at the moment on the screen. It's just a black screen. Okay, good. Sometimes it gets as far as like actually showing a Tech Marine dude or something as the loading screen. So if I just end that, I'll load it up and then you can hear the intro stuff, because that's kind of cool, the intro stuff. Yeah, Tech Priest just didn't want to lubricate the joints. That's fine. We'll give it one more go. Hopefully this does the loading thing. And it will actually appear on the screen. There we go. Yep, good, good. Games Workshop. Ominous.
Our struggle is born of chaos. The same chaos that 10 millennia ago seduced 9 lords and their space marine legions, casting the Imperium into rebellion and civil war. Only the boldness of the Emperor and his remaining space marine forces drove the dark hordes into the Eye of Terror. For a millennium times 10, they have lurked there, emerging to mount their campaigns against the Imperium. And now, more powerful than ever, the chaos forces of the Dark Lord Zimran strike at the very heart of the Imperium.
That is such a cool intro, though. Oh. Yeah, the, I hope it wasn't too loud, or it was still audible. The, oh, look at the spinny symbols. They didn't have a multiplayer active for very long with this game. But that there was, as well as being wonderful, for a time, that was basically the entire lore of the Horus Heresy. That one paragraph. The, you know, the chaos forces, as they were pronouncing it. Let the seduction of 9 legions of space marines and their lords. Unnamed lords at that time. And that was it. That was the entire Horus Heresy explained in full as the lore existed at the time. And now it's like 500 different books still going. I think they've announced that they've finished writing the books, including the death of Sanguinius, Horus, the sleepy time of the Emperor, and other major characters. Yeah. And that was also your first example of, like, we're exiting the warp. This is what warp translocation looks like. So that was impressive lore for the time. So if nothing else, this is a history lesson. Well, there's the Tech Marine dude. Just loading. And the 3 dots are not moving on the word loading, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to load. Also, with the speed the computer was going, I'm pretty sure it should have just flashed and then been done. So, it looks like it's not going to load to get day. So I will do the backup game. The backup game being another one I'm pretty sure you won't have seen before. It came out, when did it come out? 2019, probably. I played it during the Plague years. Let's see if I can get it going. And it should also be beautiful and epic and stuff. They'll be writing Horus Heresy till the end of the universe. Maybe, or they'll just go on to do even more of like the Beast, and then it'll be, oh yeah, we need to cover every single different Primarch and how they died and how we can establish that, actually they may not be dead. Oh, and they can put little breadcrumbs in that, and it's like, oh, look at that, that guy turned up suddenly. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. There we go. We're getting audio from it. Wonderful. Oh. Adeptus Titanicus Dominus. We're gonna kill some titans today, lads and lasses and everyone else. This is another fun game, but it's actually available on Steam, so it should work. There's no reason it shouldn't work. Oh, please work. Yeah, so the Chaos Gate, I'll just... what will I do with it? I'll have it so that hopefully I can get it to work some point during the week, and then I'll record a video of it, and that will exist as a recorded video, and then people don't need to sit through the tech machine not working. It's unfortunately temperamental as to whether or not it works. So yeah, Dominus, Titanicus Dominus. It has epic music. It existed for a very short time, and you can't buy it anymore. I don't think. So sadly, what I'm showing off today, you won't be able to buy it yourself as far as I know. But it was for a time available on Steam. It was supported for like 1 year only, and that was it. Yeah. Okay. So do we choose Chaos, or do we choose the Imperium? What do we think, chat? Are we going to be filthy heretics today? I know I did like two videos on Slaanesh this week. Those were mainly one-offs. Those were because people in who support me on the Ko-Fi, which is linked over there, down there at the bottom. You can see the link to give me some tip money as a one-off, or like a monthly subscription. I'm just going to turn the music down a little bit, because that is beautifully epic, but still, want to hear me. That should be good. Yeah, so that was requested there. Choose Brood Brothers. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, you can request videos if you pay me monthly money, and doing it by Ko-Fi means that I get the money immediately, unlike through YouTube, where if you were to give me the money today by clicking like the join button or something to get a membership, which is a special bonus thing, and you get your name in the end credits, as our Zerota, who is right here in chat and enjoying himself in chat, has. So they get their name at the end of the credits to thank them for what they've done. So there's a bunch of perks, but otherwise, you know, nothing much changes. The videos continue as normal. We're going to choose Imperium, because we're not going to be filthy heretics today. We're obviously very loyal Brood Brothers. Scenarios. Yes, there is many fun scenarios. You can see that it was supported for like a year, and then that's it. But it is quite a fun game. And I've got to remember exactly how to play this. Welcome, Legate. Okay, I have a battle group that faces the Lords of Ruin. We must purge this filth in the Omnissire's name. There are 4 objectives, and the way it works is they're sticky objectives, so once you touch them, they're yours until the enemy takes them off you. A lot of units work like that in 40k 10th edition now. So I've got to either annihilate the enemy, or from turn 6 just have victory points. It is my turn. This is very beautiful. They never quite came out with terrain like this. I mean, the statue, that is obviously a terrain piece you can get. Oh look, we have little Mechanicum box, the supply crates. We have invisible people shooting at other invisible people, just to represent that there's more than just Titans fighting here. It's a nice looking map. There's your Sky Shield landing pad. You can get that, I think, in Legends as a terrain piece. There are still rules for that, though it's no longer sold. I have, in my force, 5 of these Warhounds, armed with Mega Bolters. And Mega Bolters are designed for taking down infantry and small vehicles like that. Yeah, small vehicles. You know kind of how it works in 40k. They're not designed for killing Titans. So I have no anti-Titan weapons. I just have 5 Warhounds. The enemy is over in one particular corner, and they have Warhounds and... what are you? Reaver Titan. A Reaver Titan with some massive cannons, just casually stomping its feet around, marked with Nurgles. I love how it echoes. That's so cool. And then these have the Plasma Blast Guns, so they can actually take down Titans.
One man is not an army, but an army must act with one purpose.
Wonderful. So I can either stay still and just shoot, obviously not because there's things in the way. I can move a bit and shoot as we go. For some reason they, I'm going to need to go faster than that. They always shoot... I can't now because I'm in range, but I should be able to do it. Yeah, they always fire immediately, so whether there's a wall in the way or not, doesn't matter. Why? Whoops. That was my cover. That was not good. Now they're going to do things, and I should be able to retain activations at some point. I have the correct weapon loadouts. Yes, only those who lack faith would complain. Where's the dude? So that one moved to there. So I just want to go all out.
When the Emperor calls us to war,
And
we
march.
serve without question.
March all the way. And there's my option to retain. So much like in Age of Sigmar, I can get a double turn once. And I can do 2 Titans in one go. This is different from the actual tabletop Titanicus game because you don't need to worry about reactor levels and using extra power and things like that. Am I going to get shot? I don't think so, because otherwise it'd be shooting immediately. So that's one that next turn I'm going to need to activate first.
Our duty is our dedication.
And I should be able to get the objective on the way, because that's my objective control area. That large ring. And if I did get into combat, I can just face nudge the enemy. So there's my option to retain, but I don't need to retain because I want that to move. There we go, I touched the objective, so it's mine forever now until they take it from me. Sticky objective time. Oh, it's shooting. Okay, just for the moment it's blowing up buildings and not hitting me. There's 2 bars on each Titan. The blue one is your shield, your void shield. The red one is your actual health. So they can see I actually, I nudged its void shields previously because Vulcan Megabolt is very good at taking down void shields, not much good for taking out Titans themselves, but we have to have faith. They're all in the same area. Okay, so if I go here, I could just win this by taking all the objectives. Oh, we're just marching over the top. Very cool. I could just take all the objectives, hold them at the end, and win that way. But that's kind of boring. I definitely want to be killing the enemy rather than just hiding behind walls, because this isn't, a tournament game. This is duty and honor, and we must not let the heretics survive. There, so there's no option to retain because it's the end of the turn. And then at the start of the turn, I need to hopefully win the roll-off for first activation in the turn, and then move this guy away. Slight regeneration of shields, so let's go shields. Who gets it? Is it going to be me? It's me! Good!
Sacrifices life, as ours is death.
So, do I just want to sprint away? Yes. I'll go backwards, and as I do, I'm going to shoot. Knocking down the shield. All the little symbols popping off them are showing if I'm just hitting the shield, getting no penetration. That's what that cross means. And there was 1 skull to do a tiny amount of damage. Are you just staying still? Oh, you're moving slightly. So that's just hitting the shield so far. What does that mean? There's a big scary symbol above me and I don't know what that means.
Fight with this machine and guard it.
That should be fine. So I can just stay still and target an enemy. If I don't target an enemy, then I fire Overwatch, and then if anything else moves closer, then it would get shot. As it stands, I think I'm just going to stay there. We have a nice rock in the way, mostly. I'm still going to get shot at, but it's fine. That is an interesting piece of floating terrain. Good. Guns. Stay still and use guns. Let's knock your health down. There's some, some skulls getting through, some damage getting through. I like it. I like it. We're getting close to destroying it. Whoa. Okay, see, it doesn't shoot through friends. It stops firing when there's a friend in the way. And that's all it wanted to do. Good. Good. Got my 4 little titans left. Little titans. Of course they're massive. Let's go... Do I just have... No line of sight. Okay. Moving closer. A little bit closer. And we'll shoot. We're going to wipe them out. We're going to wipe them out. We're going to wipe them out. We're not even hitting them yet. There we go. Slightly inconveniencing them. Yes! Engine kill! And that makes a suitable explosion. Look at the little chicken feet. Leaves impact chicken feet in the ground. That's a nice addition. This game could have been so much better. I mean, it was pretty good for what it is. Especially for the price I paid for it, which was on, like, sale of £1.
Fight with this machine and guard it.
It's definitely worth £1.
Of defeat.
Okay, so I've lost none of my little dudes. Hopefully I can get 2 objectives as I go. Maybe. Yes, I get all the objectives. Good. So they actually need to come closer to me and take objectives from me. So I can hold them off. And I'm winning this despite being outclassed. Oh yeah, they've done both of theirs, so it's just my activations.
Stay us from our duty.
I could move... That one is there. The other one is over here. Way over here. Okay. Let's go and support over here then. A Titan's Walk. Pretty colours as well. I think you can actually customize your own little legion in this. Oh. Random dude shooting at me. Who has first activation? Opponent does. And hopefully they don't retain, otherwise they're just moving everything and that sucks. Yes, praise be to Steam sale instead. This is Adeptus Titanicus Dominus. And we're watching a Reaver Titan just shoot the hell out of a rock. Okay, good.
Mercy destroys us.
If I go over here, I can shoot this on the way. And yes, I think I'd like to retain. I may as well retain. And once again, I've shot my own cover because I didn't think that just firing very large bolters would actually strip away buildings. But I underestimated. Titans, of course.
Sacrifices life as ours is death.
Okay. And we'll shoot you. This is where things get a little bit more messy because I'm putting a Titan out in the open and I'm missing wildly. Some shots are hitting. Some few shots are hitting. Now it's going to come for me and I don't know what it's going to go for. It's staying still? Oh, it's moving slightly. I have shields. I don't have shields. I have no more shields. I'm taking heavy damage. Heavy damage from plasma blast guns. Not plasma blast guns. Scary things. They're not... Okay, we'll just flinch an extra time. Why not?
We walk in the Omnissiah's name.
Do I just go for it?
We walk.
Yeah, I'm going to show you combat.
Messiah's name.
I'll see if I can do combat and shoot at the same time. That might work. Or I'll just kill it. Engine kill. Oh, now there's combat, even though it's already dead. Good. Okay, so we're fighting in combat against an enemy that's already destroyed, which means it froze in its death animation. But I headbutted it. You all saw me headbutt it. That is a beautiful death pose. That is incredibly dramatic. Now there's an extra bar, the top one being stress, so you can annoy enemies to death. Just keep slightly nudging them until they run out of power, energy, and then they can't do anything and they just collapse. I'm not going to send wave after wave of Warhound Titans, though, at the big enemy here. I'm going to try and be careful about it. Ideally, I'd like to get behind it, but I can do that next turn. We're only on turn 3. That's fine. Maybe bullets. Maybe bullets will get through. I don't think bullets will get through. Bullets will just blow up things. I'm sure there were traitors in that building anyway. And definitely in that building. No way there weren't traitors in that building. So we're not doing civilian casualties. No war crimes are happening here. These are all enemies. And if they scream, they're a cultist. Last one to move.
No foe shall stay us from our duty.
And we'll get behind this rock as best we can. And then all being well, I get first activation. I can move behind it and shoot. I can just have this dude move a little bit and shoot, although I'll probably just get utterly destroyed at that point. I should probably play a bit more hit and run, a bit more cagey. Save my strength. Well, at least it's just staying still. And I've got cover, and it going first means that I can just throw everything at it. Oh, please don't kill me. Oh, good. We're fine. I always had faith in the Emperor. How close can we get? Quite close. Yep, there were heretics in there as well. And its shields are down. I'm not getting through the armor. I think I'm causing it stress. And just having an enemy that, oh no, I've caused stress to my enemy. It's not quite what you hope for when you're firing Titan weapons. Okay, for some reason I hit the corpse and it got shields. Good. Good. It's a shame that they're not better in 40k. Ideally, you would want... Am I going to be able to hit there? Yeah, that works. Ideally, you would want a lot more guns on your Titans. Like the Knights themselves, they have extra little guns like melter guns, missiles, heavy stubbers, things like that. Titans need them. You are just going to get to safety, I think. Yes, you can go there and you can fire on the way. Shoot the wall as well, why not? But we're just getting blocked by the armor. Yes, that's either no penetrations or we're just hitting the armor. I managed to shoot my friend there. That's unfortunate, but never mind. It's not available. No longer available. That sucks. It's quite a fun game. It's just gonna... I guess if it's not sold anymore, you can't get it. That's just unfortunate. Oh well, I'll play a little bit of it. I don't plan to do like multiple streams of it and keep it going. It's just a nice fun thing to show that I'm on fire. My Titan's on fire. I assume that's stress from the reactor. Oh, you've got a clear sight. Nope, that's a Titan that's going to go down. Stress bar is full, take bonus damage. I lost a Warhound. Time for revenge.
No foe shall stay us from our duty.
Get close and shoot. Let's strip the shields off with this one, and then we'll put everyone behind it. Yeah, the Reaver was taking no damage whatsoever, because I'm not using anti-Titan guns, I'm using Vulcan Mega Bolters. So the various symbols, the cross over the bullet is no penetration, it just didn't work.
Fear us.
And then if it has a shield, then it means it passed its armor save. So I just need to hit it a lot, and maybe it takes bonus damage or some actual damage from behind. There's some skulls getting through, so it's taking damage and its red bar is decreasing. And even when I'm not penetrating and I'm hitting the shield, then its orange bar of stress is filling.
Shall stay us from our duty.
I'll move you up first, then I'll move the other one a little bit. I don't need to retain, I have no reason to. I'm shooting it in the back and I'm doing a little bit of damage. Let's get real close. I could tie it up in combat, but I just want to keep shooting guns at it. Oh, there's it, lost a cannon. Engine kill! And that's how you do it. That's how you use 4 Reavers not remotely designed to be used doing anti-Titan combat, and they destroy a Titan. And I like that it gives you a little bit of time at the end to just bask in the beauty of how I blew off one of its guns and its face, and there's still a floating bit. Yeah. I'm mostly intact. Lost 1 Titan, heavy repairs, mild repairs. It's beautiful. So that Reaver that was previously taking no damage has actually been taken down. Let's do... yeah, sure, this one. Then I should get more Titans for this one. Yeah, if I'd stopped shooting at that time, then it would keep fighting, but only with 1 arm. And otherwise, yeah, it would just keep going. Right, Urban Skirmish. We're taking out the Dark Fire group. 4 objectives. I get victory points. The 4 forward operating bases, I assume. Objectives. Oh, so that'll be your home objective. Will be worth 2 points for to the opposing player. Defeat the enemy or have 4 victory points. Okay. Ooh, that's a nice pattern. That's very beautiful looking. The white and the black and the checkerboard. Anyone that can paint like that properly, I'm just very impressed. It's a shame you don't get the army painter for not XCOM, for Chaos Gate, which is of course the XCOM of it. And when I'm saying XCOM, I don't mean Twitter, which is now calling itself X. And so you may see, oh, I spent so much money on an X website? I don't remember this. Yeah. So now we have much bigger Titans. There's a Warhound, you got your Reaver Titans, which are all kitted out for combat. That's fine. And then your big Titans, which have the same guns? Yeah. Massive cannon guns. Enemy is roughly mirrored. Oh, there's a big scary chaos thing with a tail gun. Because that's where you'd put an extra gun on your Titan. Not like on the body armor or anything like that. No. You have a tail gun. And a huge banner. And there's a few of these. And yeah, that's scary. 2 mega cannons. Okay.
No world is beyond his rule. No enemy beyond his wrath.
That's not giving me cover, but we'll commit to it. And we'll wander around and touch an objective. Banelord Titans, that's what they're called, yes. I think they're the only Titans that are available, apart from in one mission, you get the absurdly, stupidly tall Imperator Titan. The one that has a cathedral on its shoulders. That one. Impressive. Oh yeah, the objectives are always randomly placed. That's kind of cool. Nice palace. I really like that. I look at these and I'm like, this would look amazing in like a 40k game. I suppose. I mean, it'd be really boring to fight over in a 40k game, but having the steps... Ooh, there's some dudes. Who are you? You are Imperial Fist Space Marines. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's 10 of them as well. Ooh. Yeah, really nice looking. Okay, you want to get into a decent firing position. And generally I want them to come closer so I can blow them away, and I'll do a more defensive strategy as long as I can hold the left. Again, because everything's like randomized as to where the objectives are. It should be fine, I'll get that in a turn. We need 4 victory points to win. Do I have an operating base? Mentioned that there was a forward operating base, but I'm not seeing one. Unless the text doesn't actually match the mission, that could entirely happen. Very cool setup. They're bringing back Epic, which is kind of cool. If anyone played Epic 40k of any of the versions that they've had over the years. Yeah, let's commit to that. It's quite fun. And you can get things like morale, army morale, victory points. A lot of the lore for the War of the Beast came from the old Epic games. That's where you had things like, oh yeah, and then the entire Imperial Fist Legion chapter, not Legion, their chapter was wiped out to pretty much a man. And I think he has a name. That one man that's left has a name in the Horus Heresy. Not the Horus Heresy, the War of the Beast stuff. And they had to use their successor chapters to get them back to full fighting strength, because they decided, yeah, you know, we should keep the actual named legion that we're related to actually going. Otherwise, it's kind of a mark of disrespect. We'll just fire some missiles. Don't blow up the statue. That would be heresy. Okay. 2 tiny missiles just blew up the entire palace. Was that rigged with, you know, explosives? Did someone have a string of melter bombs all the way through? Battlefleet Gothic, that was another really fun one. And I think you can still get Battlefleet Gothic, the Steam games. 1 and 2. I think Battlefleet Gothic 1 is more fun than Battlefleet Gothic 2, but they're both enjoyable. What do we need now? That looks like destructible cover. But if we get really close with 2 of them... yeah, it should be fine. Any enemies there have already fired. We've only got a little... oh, it's got flame cannons. That's even less anti-Titan than like a bolt gun thing. 2nd edition Epic was just called Space Marine. That's a... uh-huh. Sure, let's just burn that building for no reason and cackle while we do it. See, this person should be in the Battle Sisters. I mean, they're a heretic, so no. But with 180 degrees of rotation and then fire. Yeah, that's a crazy person.
We will stand as the Emperor
2nd edition Epic just called Space Marine. It was fun. Epic was quite fun. Battlefleet Gothic's great. Mordheim is a lot of fun. People still play Mordheim. There's fan support for it. Let's go a bit more to the side. And that's where you get like more realistic points, because paying 50 points when a single man is like 20 points, 20 gold coins, that was the points level they used. 50 gold coins for some heavy armor for a dude, and that gives you a 5+ save. Definitely not worth it. But it gets more balanced in like the... are you just shooting random things? It is just shooting random things. Good for it. It's been made more balanced that way. And I need to keep moving.
Abides longer than flesh.
But if I'm going to do that, I want to get you moved up first. Because there may be some shields I can strip off. And I think you have the bolt guns. Yes, 2 sets of Vulcan Mega Bolters. Shouldn't need to retain anything for now. It's all good. It's all good. Punching here. Just try and hold these objectives as best I can and shoot everything that comes. Like, for example, these horrifying things. They have blast cannons. They can only be equipped with blast cannons by the look of it, and missiles, so they're not really going to be taking down these massive titans except in close combat. Gorka Morka is an interesting one. Gorka Morka, they put a lot of money and effort into Gorka Morka, and then it didn't sell very well. Supposedly it was a game that nearly bankrupted the company when they were not making massive amounts of money because they didn't have enough things to sell. They weren't mainstream enough. And they were doing a little bit of that. It was like, here's some Orc Boys. We've got these great Orc Boys. And those Orc Boys models lasted... I think they're the same Orc Boy models that lasted until, like, last edition. When they updated them, gave them the funny German helmets, and also brought out the Beastnagger Boys. Yeah, so from 2nd edition till 9th edition, it was the same Orc box. Didn't sell well enough, though. which was a big problem for them, and they were like, we just need to stick to main 40k. So they kind of pulled back on a lot of the specialist games. Inquisitor was also fun. Totally different scale, but the idea of, much like they're doing at the moment, things like Blackstone Fortress, you buy the models for that, they're the same scale as 40k, they can be used in 40k, and with the legends that they brought out last month, the rules for legends, you can use all your Blackstone Fortress things still in 40k. And so people are like, oh, this is great. I can play this game as a standalone game, and I can use it in 40k. Just want a vortex missile right now, just to hit this massive cluster of heretic titans. All activations done. Yeah, what have you got? Some guns. You might need to get out of the way. Enemies activation? Oh, hello. Are you going to fight me? For some reason you are. Your fist isn't going to connect with me, but I might take damage anyway. It's not showing. Oh, yeah, that's... I think I'm destroyed. That basically means I've been destroyed in a single punch. Yep. There it goes. Lovely. The Inquisitor rules were a lot more difficult to understand. They were fun, but it was a lot of... It was a very much a, you need a third player to be a GM. That was more how that worked. Because there was a lot of... There aren't actually any rules for this, but if we say, yeah, you can jump this gap, you can do a backflip, you can ride on the back of a truck, you can move a truck. I did not get into close combat. Okay. A lot of the first edition stuff, and even the second edition games, when they played them, it said, hey, you should have a third player who's the GM to just run everything and keep it balanced. That's not getting me in close combat. That does. And hopefully I can punch better than the previous one. Nope, we're not punching. Oh well, we should be in close combat so that they will have to punch me immediately. This Warhound is not firing its flame cannons. Needs to take a page out of the book of the other one and do random flame cannon stuff. Then there'll be more fire and you've taken an objective, but you're about to die. I should probably move this one.
For we count the lives of planets, not men.
Ah, that's a beautiful quote. We count the lives of planets, not men. That's very much the Imperium in a nutshell. Unfortunately, you can't split fire.
Failure is not.
You're kind of in the way. So I think if I just destroy you utterly with this one, retain firepower, and then this Warhound can rush to where you were and be safe. Yeah, that didn't last very long. It's just some stubby legs now.
The Emperor's sacrifices life as ours.
There we go, and I should, in the process, be able to get all the objectives there. 1, and that's 2. Wonderful. And I'm safe. Warhound did his job. Now I just need to hold still here and shoot at this mess. Maybe when they come a bit closer. I hope that they would like bring back Inquisitor in some form, even if like 28mm models. Then you can have more Inquisitor models like that. That would be a lot of good fun. But it's something they probably... They should do it. With all the specialist games they've got, I see no reason that they shouldn't. My activation.
Steel abides longer than flesh.
And we are in range with most of the guns. Yeah, we'll go with that. Oh, that's some lag. That's firing so many bullets, there's so much lag. Yeah, we'll just destroy many blocks. That was an activation, was it? It just stepped forward slightly. Good. I can live with that.
Discipline, duty, unyielding will.
We're not in range. I'll leave that one, wait till there's enemy closer. You've already fired.
We walk in the Omnissiah's
You
name.
haven't. You can go ever so slightly closer. With your tiny... You'd think with massive legs you'd be able to move. This is the problem with actual Titans. This is why we haven't built Titans in the real world. Because they're massive, and the towering keyword means you can shoot them from wherever you are on a battlefield. And except in the real world, they can't see you. That is not dead. That is dead. That is a wonderful engine kill. And also, it's a walking platform. There's a fan community of 28mm Inquisitor. Ooh, nice. Yeah. I'm glad that it's, you know, still going in some way. Because the rules they had for a lot of the earlier games are fun and not just, yeah, we've made the models, now we'll slap some rules on it so that it counts as a game. Do I just want to hide with you? Yes. Yes, I do. Probably shouldn't have retained. That was a mistake. Oh well.
Billions live or die by our actions.
Okay, if we move slightly closer. And then use the power of guns. Then my god engines will walk. Yeah, that was more effective than I thought. And they're just waddling around each other. Okay, but apparently Reaver Titans do not block movement. That is interesting to know. You wouldn't get that in 10th edition. You can't move a vehicle through a vehicle. What games are they playing here?
We slaughter your people by the thousands.
Oh, they're only slaughtering us by the 1,000. Come back when you're slaughtering us in the millions. Then you're on par with 40k. That's some laser beams. That's some Vulcan cannons firing. That's stressing me. Well, it partly hit a friend. And that's some nice cackling. It should just impact the shields. Yeah, it's just impacting the shields. Because the massive Vulcan cannons, they're not getting through shields. They're designed for actually hitting the Titan things themselves. Enemy went first. Punch me! Okay, you punched me. Am I just dead? Is it going to update my health bar? Okay, I'm not just entirely dead. It did one hit that got through, and it in turn is just dead. Engine kill! Wonderful.
Steel abides longer than flesh.
There we go. Now we should be in combat range. I'll just retain in case I don't punch this guy to death. Those fists are actually connecting though, so you'd think that would mean that I've killed it. And I have. That's the skull popping up as well as the crosses. That means it's dead. But combat is simultaneous, so am I dead? Yeah, there we go. Double engine kill. This is why close combat is not the best thing. 100 million were destroyed. Oh dear. So now I can
Stay us from our
move
duty.
closer and just take those objectives. But I probably don't want to.
Or die by our
Because they only have one Titan left on this flank. If I can take it out, then I can just pick these up as and when I want. And I don't need to go closer to these and take all the damage from them. Little warhound there. It really doesn't like it when that one fires. That is so much lag. It's quite pretty, this game, though. Yeah, with a lot of these games, though, it was just, here's some money, make a game, then we're done. You have the honor of using our IP one time.
Discipline, duty, unyielding will.
How are we for range? Massively out of range? Slightly out of range. If I move forward again... still a little bit out of range with guns. I might instead just stay still. Overwatch. Wonderful. Although it means if this little warhound moves closer first, it's going to get blown up. Yeah. There it goes. Oh well, at least it didn't get my objective. Engine kill. The explosions are nice. And the little boom at the end. As of course all the Genestealer cult get inside and just blow it up. I remind you of the Sesame scrap. Oh, totally different count. I think, strictly speaking, the Count is not a vampire. I think they had a style meeting, which was like a whole 3-hour meeting with the Sesame Street team, and said, the Count is vampire-like, but not an actual vampire.
We walk.
One engine kill. Two engine kills. No, I didn't click to fire. Oh well, I'll retain. I hope you're not talking about playing Sesame Street on PlayStation 2. I don't think there's a Sesame Street on PlayStation 2. That would be very impressive, though.
Fight with this machine and guard it from the shame of defeat.
No, I think I'll just go with Overwatch for that one. See what comes closer. And they have... oh, they have many Titans left. After that one activates, I can send in my little Warhound. Keep doing the harassment thing. I've already proved that you can destroy much larger Reaver Titans with lots of little Warhounds. Any legs? Yeah, just the idea of stabilizing anything like a tank on walker legs is just silly. Oh, yeah. The missiles are doing more for the shields than anything else. And I still have shields left. And of course at the end of this joint activation, then I'll get my shots back. And my shields back. Can I go there? Can I not? Oh, for some reason I just cannot walk through this tiny bit of debris. Okay, we're going there and then we're shooting. And I might accidentally strip off my own shields, but I shouldn't. I should only start firing once I'm past a friend. Oh good, I just stripped off my own shields. Yeah, that's what we wanted to see. There's some little skulls coming up, so I am doing damage. I'll just want to... do I want to rush there? No. It's walking closer. Do I have... yeah, there we go. Overwatch is triggered. And this is much like how Overwatch works in 40k now. Enemy completes a move, you shoot them. And because they're so close together, I'm getting side hits and stray hits. That is a rule you can have in actual Titanicus.
Billions live or die by our
I know it's very weak, but I think I'll just leave that for now. No, you'll just do Overwatch. You can have it so that like stray shots will blow up buildings, you can kick buildings over, you can accidentally hit your friend. See, the blast cannon is just hitting a shield. It's stripping the shield, which is its job, but then all of these symbols mean like it didn't penetrate the armor, or it was actually saved by my armor save. Yeah, it's still got all its guns. All 4 of them. Something this massive should have way more guns.
We walk in the Omnissiah's name.
There's no option to, like, heal, so I'll just rush the objectives. And if I rush it there, I should be able to get both objectives. Hopefully. I'm probably just going to bypass the one on the left now. No, I got it. Good. Good. Every objective is my objective. Maybe it was just telling me at the start there's a generic, like, game rule that if you take the enemy forward operating base, it's worth more points, but the enemy doesn't have a forward operating base this time. I have won the strategy check to go first. Wonderful. Do I start punching there? Do I just destroy this? Do I get him out the way? I'll go with the punching. Yes, let us power fist you. And we definitely want to retain. Hopefully the power fist... It seems so strange calling this a power fist. Boom. Boom. There was... Oh, the Officio Assassinorum game. I never really got into that game. I know it existed and was just a way you could buy all 4 assassins. Okay, both living. So on its turn, it's going to ram me with its face. I thought I retained. Why do I not get to go next? Thankfully, you're just hitting my shields. But are you just going to instantly murder me after this? No, I'm alive. Good. Good. You don't have the right guns for killing the little ones.
We are duty bound. Whether the
And now if I remember to actually point at the enemy and say, I would like to shoot, I should be able to get a good one. It is Rock'em Sock'em Titans, yeah. Oh, there's a weapon gone. There's 2 weapon guns. There's an engine kill. 1 more engine kill. So that's a flank cleared until this comes over here. But if it fights me in close combat, then I get to punch it back and might just kill it instantly. Or is it, for some reason, going to be slightly out of range? Yeah. Okay, good. If I move here, then I should be not shooting my own dude. That looks fine. Probably didn't need to do this because, much like when you're doing combats in 40k, you want to go for the combats that aren't happened yet. Like that ramming. There's no reason for that. The Assassination Execution Force. It was a one-off, no longer available to buy board game. I think it was a board game temporarily. Double engine kill? Just 1 engine kill? You must have, like, no health left. Oh, that's something I can get with a little Reaver. Okay, it was just a delayed explosion. There we go. They're both down. Yeah, it was a one-off thing, which was like, here's the 4 new models, and you got, I think it was just Blackstone Fortress models. There was very little, like, extra, and there was nothing new for, like, a Chaos side. No special enemies, much like the new Inquisition killing one. The Death of Faith or something, which came with the Inquisitorial Henchmen as a kill team, and you also got the lots of Chaos Cultists, which is fun. It's a little game in itself. Who do I want to go with? And it works, you know, kind of by itself. It's kind of weird they don't just sell the 4 in a box. Well, yeah, they did at one time. Oh, there's a big engine kill. But now, yeah, they think maybe they just get more money if they sell them separately, because you might only want... I don't know. I know everyone wants the Vindicare Assassin at the moment for snipering. Ooh, that was some damage.
Fight with this machine.
What have we got left to go? Very little.
From the shame of defeat.
Okay. I'll just hide with you and shoot on the way. Yeah, the character prices generally are just absurd. Was it 20... Please stop shooting my own man. 20, 30 pound for one model when you can buy a box of 20, well, a box of 10 for 30. Everyone should just look at the boxes and then convert them. So if you get the new-ish Arbiters team, then I'm sure you can make from that an Inquisitor with like a very fancy hat and a shotgun that represents a combi weapon. Why not? You can get a sniper, a Vindicare assassin. There's a head that has some really cool looking goggles. And you get a sniper rifle in the box. And you get a dog. And if you only make 5 characters out of it, because there should maybe be enough to make a Inquisitorial henchman team, perhaps? That would be quite nice. Just use another, like, 3 models of them. I don't know if the minimum is 4 for the henchman team. Have to see. It may be, like, that many plus a servitor. And then you get Jaqueros and other things. But yeah, you could absolutely convert that into the Inquisitorial henchman. That box is not yet sold separately. It's a really nice looking kit. The problem being, you then it's limited in what you can get. There's a certain number of models you want in the unit, and then a lot of them are monopause and you can only do certain things. Yes, I lost an arm. I did exactly that with the Novitiate set. That's how I got a Canonus, a Repentia Superior. I made 4 of the spare ones into Repentia, just using the swords rather than the chain swords, and a Hospitaller, and a Dialogus, and a Dogmata, and an Imagifier. It's good. It's such a good thing. So definitely do not buy the Sisters characters separately. No way you should be buying the Sisters characters separately when that Novitiate box set is available. And is quite a nice set. Okay, I'm down 1 arm. I think the enemy has just moved everything. Can I get a rear shot on you?
Fight with this machine and guard it from the shame of defeat.
Yes, I will do that. I'll hit your engine. So any sister players, and I know I have a lot of sister players out there, you definitely want to be buying that Novitiate box set. If you're any kind of Imperial person, the Exaction squad, the Arbiters squad box that's sold, is also kind of cool, not just as a kill team, but as the 5-man Exaction squad, and whatever else you want, Inquisition, more characters, anything like that. Beautiful. Kill. Kill! We didn't kill it! Oh yeah, because I'm missing an arm. That makes sense. Oh look, it's my activation. I think I'll just wipe out the enemy. Get it? Engine kill! Oh. Losing an arm, 'tis but a flesh wound. It was nice to see that a lot of people realized I was people commented that I was quoting Monty Python in my last video. I like it when you tell me when you recognize the jokes, otherwise I don't know if I'm being funny or not. And I do try and be funny, otherwise it's just a dude saying like, hey look, here's a thing, I'm just gonna read it to you, and I don't want to be like that. I want to be actually entertaining. Blue. Blue. Oh, there's a nice fream noise coming through. Yeah, the Exaction squad might get nerfed. So, build an Inquisitor. Build comeback. There we go. We successfully reconnected. You didn't miss anything. I held it for like 1 more second. And now I will blow up this Titan. Theme is eternal, meta is temporary. The meta is always changing. I haven't killed it. Maybe I have killed it. No, I just got to turn 6 and I have all the objectives. That's disappointing. I just need this one to fire 1 more time. Well. Almost got it. Even when you don't get it, I'm entertained. Excellent. Excellent. It's nice to know that I am funny I do try and be funny. Good. Right, I'm thinking I'll do one more quick one and then that'll be it. If you do want to see more of this, then... Oh, we're not doing multiplayer. No, no. Back. Exit. Main menu. Solo play. We're just playing alone. I just kept thinking, you're all there, so of course it's multiplayer. You're playing as much as anyone else. Which is like when you're playing with your siblings, and it's like, you are playing. You're just sitting behind me and watching. That's a very important part of playing games. Now the special scenarios are long. I could do one. I suppose I can. Oh, everyone's bought the Exaction Squad. Ah, it's a shame. Learn backseat from an early age. Absolutely. I haven't needed to put anything about, oh, no backseat gaming, because it's all very simple stuff. And I know what I'm doing, and it's not like, oh, I'm playing this game for the first time and I'm utterly clueless and I need everyone to help me and it's going to be annoying when I do everything wrong. This is why I'm not going to play Minecraft. We're fighting against the Tiger Eyes force. Over an important pass, there's 4 objectives, you get 1 victory point, or we can kill them. Now that's a nice terrain piece. There is no big Titan. There's no big Titan, there's just lots of little Titans. I'm probably going to switch to the other special mission because I think that had the Imperator Titan. That one. That one may be it. Wonderful. I also have to be, you know, do things that are useful. I have potentially videos coming up that are way more into the humor. We'll have to see how they perform compared to like any of my other videos that actually talk about 40k stuff. I mean, for the coming week, what are we doing for this one? 4 objectives, take them. Yep. We're fighting the Dark Fire Maniple, totally different to the Tiger Eyes. There it is! Thank you for telling me it's my activation. Now showing off, there's the Imperator Titan. The one that decided, yeah, I mean, it scales up the camera just so I can see it all. I've decided to put a massive cathedral on my shoulders. Oh boy. Yep, huge. And you can have like legions, massive numbers of infantry just waiting inside the legs to step out. I don't see the benefit of the cathedral. It's just like someone slapped one of those tea trays, I'm speaking of course in British terms, on top of a Titan and was like, yeah, that's the new model, there you go. How into the whole VTubing thing? I haven't been following any particular debuts or anything new that's happening. I occasionally chat to other VTubers and we say things like, oh, we should definitely organize something at some point, and maybe we will organize something at some point, but we'll have to see for each of them. Depends how schedules work and if we're compatible, and talk about things and they actually want to learn about Warhammer, because that's obviously pretty much all I'm going to talk about. It is this is one of the most 40k things. The only way it could be more 40k is if like 20,000 people needed to die in the construction of this, because they don't have OSHA and other groups that do like support networks. Yeah. I'll not mention other VTubers I watch, because they may not want to be known as someone that is watched by me. And generally there's a rule that everyone has of not talking about other VTubers, whether for positive or not. So I'll choose not to. This is gonna be... Do I want to move faster? Yeah, we'll move faster. We are not moving very fast at all. Yeah. Good. The +1 intimidation from the cathedral. Mm-hmm. You can have... It needs more cannons in it. Every single part of that building that's up there needs to have more cannons. Yeah. What have I got coming out this week? I have the long-awaited video on all of the allies you should take for a Battle Sister player. It's just been at the forefront of my mind. That's why I've been talking about it right now. Inquisitors, Exaction Squads, Titans, all of them. So we'll be doing that as a video. I have 2 more actually general VTubing videos. There's a lot more like... I had them reviewed by some people who do VTubing advice and a sort of your first introduction to VTubers, called VTuber Senpai. So if you did want to become a VTuber, he is a person I do recommend. Very good advice for that. So he reviewed it on stream, on one of his streams, and was like, this is really professional, Mr. Von Carmine, whose name I've just mispronounced. Because it's, of course, Carmian. Carmian. We are calm, and we are someone called Ian. So Carmian. But he said it was like professional and looks great, so there's a couple of little voice packs coming out this week. So when you see them and they're not 40k related, don't be like, he's forgiven us. No, he's abandoned us. We're gonna get no more 40k stuff. You will. You definitely will. I plan to do like 4 or 5 or 6, several videos this coming week. Because at the moment, you know I do... Calm meow. No, I am Calm Ian. Do I just want to abandon this flank? What's over here? Oh, they're nothing special. Yes, I will do refused flank. What was I saying? Yes, many videos coming out. Because I saw that Proxy Hammer is still like 120 subscribers ahead of me. And he plays Eldar, and we can't let an Eldar player have more subscribers than me. So we have to just do more Sisters videos. Don't know if I'll do Gene Stealer Cult this week. I do have, of course, more videos planned for them. Just when I put out the Kellamorph, it was like days and days and no new subscribers from it. A lot of good views, of course. All of you that already watch me and like the Gene Stealer Cult are enjoying the video. But no one new. So we'll see how Battle Sisters do as a brand new thing. Out with the filthy Xenos. Yes, so I must beat Proxy Hammer in the number of subscribers that I have. So that is a 40k person I watch. Otherwise, if you ever see me collabing with someone, that is also someone I watch. Well, that's probably the first time you'll find out that I watch them. Okay, more bullets are required. But this is the kind of boring turn 1 of we're just moving around. I have no little titans. Oh, of course, when we have that particular thing, then obviously this is our equivalent of a little titan. Where are we? What are we doing? My activation? Of course, I must outnumber them. Is it not my activation? No, they still have more things to move. There it is. Okay.
We will stand as the Emperor bids us.
I'm thinking that for this Imperator Titan, I'm just going to get it in close combat. Then it won't use its big guns, and even if it, like, actually destroys me, I can just send in the next little Titan, tied up in combat, and just keep headbutting its ankles until it eventually falls off. Hit it in the knees. Go for the knees. Get up its skirts and go for the knees. It's just a flesh wound. Your arm's off. Yeah, it'll be fine. You have not moved?
No world is beyond his rule. No enemy beyond his wrath.
Wonderful. I don't know what they're going to do for the lore next in 40k. Everything needs more titans. Your pets should have more titans. I mean, as soon as you put a cat on the table, that is a titan in itself. I know Tyranid players used to have just, oh, we haven't got anything titany, well, knight-sized. So here's the cat. Still my activation. There we go. We'll just leave them alone. We'll put everything on this. And... oh, it's just all of the scary Bane Lords. They're not that scary. I think this will be a pretty easy fight. All I need to do now is just stay still and use gun. That's the plan. Oh look, it's firing, but it's shooting its friend in the back. Wonderful. You're not even getting through the shield. What are you doing? This is why there's a certain, like, threshold beyond which you're not getting your points worth. So when I've been playing this game, I rarely use the Reaver Titans. I just have one. And that's it. Can I shoot you? I would like to shoot you. Yeah, we'll just shoot you. I could get to safety, but blast cannon's probably not going to get through armor. It's more of a shield thing, and then they actually need to get close combat. So, this is fine. This is all good. Imperator Titan's not that scary. Oh, and of course the AI just makes it go for the closest thing. It's weird how no one's talking about when they're all like, oh, AI is going to change everything and take over the world. This is AI. This is the artificial intelligence. We won't shoot the very obvious easy target that, you know, is flashing and... oh, my gun needs to recharge. Maybe I should have waited another turn. Oh well.
Fight with this machine.
Can I get close enough to actually get that? There we go. Do I want to retain? No, it should be fine. Those are slow-moving missiles. It's these lasers from the Vulcan cannons. It just causes lag. Lag is the real enemy. Along with stream disconnecting, which of course has to happen once per stream.
Streets will run with blood.
Uh-huh. Don't think we have any streets. So there's not a lot of blood that's going to be running. This is a fun game. I wish it existed still. You want to move,
For we count the lives of planets,
but not that close. Yeah, then you're not going to get shot by the massive Imperator Titan. Because you won't be a priority target. Or maybe I should put it closer than the actual ones I care about. The Warlord Titans will not get shot. That's doing some pretty good damage with its cannons. Those are meant to be shield stripping cannons. Good, good. Yeah, they really just need to support Titans better in 40k. Or the Horus Heresy. Have them more for Horus Heresy. Doing more stuff there. Lower the points. Make them better. Give them actual ablative little guns. This should be bedecked with like 12 extra las cannons. Then you've actually got the Titan killing guns.
we walk.
We walk. We're going for a walk. We're gonna go for an even faster walk. And we're gonna knock these out one at a time. Just with these massive plasma cannons, then I have to recharge them for a turn. But that's fine, as long as I get an engine kill. Can I get an engine kill? Engine kill! Ah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Yeah, Final Liberation. That's... it is a 2nd edition game. I didn't play it much. It has okay cutscenes that are all like live action. It's just a really weird game. Very 2nd edition. Where you'll just have individual little buggies that can drive around and blow up predators and stuff by getting real close and melting them. Those buggies though, you can still have them in 40k. They got some legend rules recently, so things like the Orc buggies, Orc War Tracks, Orc War Trikes, the Scorcher Cannon, everything like that. You can still use it in 40k Legends. Which is amazing that they're still supporting them, but they're not really willing to support Celestians, for example. And all the Space Marine things that are going to Legends, but at least they're going to Legends and are still being around, on like Celestians, which are not around. And if you read the Witch Hunters Codex, which was 4th edition, like 2002, 2004, you have two kinds of Celestians there. One kind being the bodyguard for a Canoness, or Palatine, because that was when you introduced Palatines, about 3rd, 4th edition. Yeah, it was around then. I don't know if the Battle Sisters had a 3rd edition Codex. Maybe the Witch Hunters was? No, Witch Hunters definitely had more of a 4th edition vibe. That's a slow-moving dude. Must have been 4th edition. It's a great book. If you ever see it secondhand, it's nice and fun by itself. Do I want to do 2-on-2 or 3-on-2 here? I think I have enough Titans to take out these. That's a bit long range. Yeah. Have they activated? They've already activated. So yeah, let's shoot them a bit. Plasma blast guns actually firing. Good, good. I have the Vulcan cannon. Volcano cannon. Volcano cannon. Is a volcano cannon when it's on the Titans? I keep getting confused between 40k Knight weapons and Titan weapons, because the reason the Knights were introduced in 40k wasn't just, oh hey, remember these metal models we sold one time in Epic? It was so you can have Titans in regular 40k. That's the whole reason they were introduced, and that's why Titans themselves in 40k are not going to get supported. They're just going to be a thing that sort of exists, and if you really want, yes, there was one dude that brought a 1100 point Titan to a tournament, and everyone was like, that's a cool Titan. Now you're going to lose the game. Still me, okay. And we got the plasma gun. I'll shoot this. I can barely see its health bar at the top. Oh, right, its plasma thing needs to recharge. Oh, this is not going to do that much damage at all. Okay, I'm doing actual damage to it. There's symbols. I don't know what the symbols mean. But there we go. I did some symbol damage to it. Oh, internet cut out. Right. Well, there's not too much longer of the stream to go. Who to go with? Do I just keep hitting this if it's got no shield? No, I should probably go over here. Focus there and retain. Potato phone is somehow better. Oh, of course, it'll then have the connecty symbol. Anything good? No. No extra damage. What are they going to do? Oh, it's still me, because I retained. Of course, like a sensible person, as the plan was already. Obviously. Hopefully I don't shoot friends. Please don't shoot friends. We don't want to shoot our friends in the back. But we might end up shooting through their shields a little bit. Yep, there we go, shooting through friendly shields. But there's some damage. Good. Good. Yeah. The way that vehicles work in 40k is a bit better now in 10th edition. They actually feel like vehicles. You're not just firing bolt guns and it's like, oh, yeah, I absolutely wound you on a 5+. Of course I do. I'm firing a bolt gun. Not quite how it's meant to work. But of course then, melter weapons are not anti-vehicle. Just give it anti-vehicle 4+, that's all I'm really asking. We'll have something else for anti-monster. Maybe plasma guns should be given anti-monster. Then there's a reason for the plasma guns to exist, and then combi weapons, sure, they can be the anti-infantry one. I also think that more precision weapons should actually have anti-character. But that's kind of scary. It's a lot of light, but it's no damage whatsoever. Interesting. So I like how they've done vehicles mostly. They just haven't done melter guns right, but then we have the eternal arms race between melter guns and vehicles. Can I walk on this bridge? No. Can I shoot there? It's not worth the risk if it's an invincible bridge. That's better. Yeah, it's been like that for what, 2 editions now, that las guns can out-damage bolt guns? Because you get more shots for your points. You're still wounding on 6s. It's the same armor save for most things. Okay. Okay. Oh, there goes an arm. That's fine. It's an inconvenience only. With the auto wounding, yes. The Born Soldier special rule. Yeah. Okay. You haven't fired yet. You haven't got amazing guns. But let's shoot the big thing. And then I'll put something into combat with it. Unless I just destroy it with bullets. It keeps taking damage. I might just destroy it with bullets. No need for any, like, cheap tricks and shenanigans. Yeah, anti-character 5+. That might be a good thing for snipers. You don't need to do like, oh, it's anti-character 2+. Just anti-character 5+. Make melter guns. Anti-vehicle 4+. There we go. We have some workable rules. And 4+ isn't too powerful. I know it would be hitting things on Bane Blades and stuff on a 4+. It would wounding them on a 4+, but then there's still invulnerable saves that are thankfully not modified because we don't have everyone and their mum putting out mortal wounds anymore. What a target. Yeah, probably you. So that would be fine. I think that would be fine. Then you can still use your big things. That might die soon. Used everything over here though. So it's only this flank. Oh yeah, you also have the first rank fire orders. Orders are fun. They're a difficult army special rule, especially compared to things that happen automatically, like Oath of Moment. You just, doesn't matter what you've got. You don't need a synapse creature, you don't need officers, nothing like that. You just get a big bonus. And remember, if you're a Space Wolf Dark Angel player, you still get Oath of Moment. It's not tied to just generic Space Marines, so don't forget your Oath of Moment. I mean, yes, there's devastating wounds. I know. I know. So, okay, just everyone is putting out mortal wounds, not everyone and their mum. And there's not a lot of -1 damage anymore, which is an improvement. It's only a couple of things, which means that that one Space Marine Dreadnought that does have the -1 damage is the one that everyone takes, rather than the Ballistus Dreadnought that's just come out. I like the no, not the Dure Dreadnought. Duredaro, the old one, which has got the las cannons, like 4 las cannons. That's a nice one. Are you the only one I've got left to move? Probably. I'll just keep hitting this Titan. And I clicked Overwatch somehow. Okay, never mind. That'll probably last another turn, hopefully. Ah, yes, the command phase is where you do the orders. Such a strange thing. Yeah, whereas anything you didn't do in the command phase, like psychic stuff, was inherently better, or things that just happened anyway, like the captains, so that's why people didn't much take chaplains. Because you need to be near something already in the movement phase. What is not activated? You have not activated. This should do some damage. Moving some things into the command phase, moving other things out of the command phase. Having the characters, the way characters work now, to be a lot like 3rd through to 7th edition, and actually have characters and units, makes it much better. So you can actually have important buffs, like not just, oh, reroll 1s for everyone that's within 6 inches, then everyone that's core within 6 inches, which is everyone that's in 6 inches because that is the only ones you took in your army generally anywhere. And it was why Necrons really needed a boost, because that is really nearly dead. Interesting.
We walk in the Omnissiah's name.
now you can actually have just full rerolls to hit. And that feels a lot more effective. Am I going to get it? Oh, yes. Now that is a Titan kill. Okay, that went nuclear. Everyone is fine though. And there's just some little legs left. And a very glitchy crater. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, it's maybe okay that Yarrick's retired. Humans should get the chance to retire. Or die of old age. Not everyone is an Eldar. All of the Eldar characters that died got better, came back. Uriel and Eldrad Ulthuan. Yeah, you can't just give them an epic final death. They have to come back. Titan kill. I can't help laughing every time I get a Titan kill. It's wonderful. I've lost no Titans. I've lost several arms. Like 3 arms. As a Genestealer Cult player, that's not that much of an inconvenience. Okay, we're just hugging now. That is just friendly hugs. Please do not suddenly blow me up. Okay, got 1 hit through out of its 4. And I nudge it back. And it takes some damage. Can I activate you? Can I just get out of combat?
The Emperor's sacrifice is life, as ours is death.
Nope, can't get out of combat. Just gonna have to punch it again. That's not what I wanted. Have I lost it on my own turn? Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Whoops. Okay, so when you're in combat, you can't retreat. I'm thinking too much 10th edition. This is, of course, going off much more older rules. No retreating for that. Oh, dear. We do have weird support rules for the Exorcist. Like, it gives you better leadership. I like it. It's thematic. It suits the model. If you've got the older model, it's very shrined up. Whereas the new one is like, oh, yeah, the Rhino, the Immolator, the Exorcist. It's all one kit. I don't think the Rhino is the same kit. No, it's got a different front piece. And doesn't have the crazy stuff on top.
We walk in the Omnissiah's name.
But it's not amazing for a game. Oh, that is cool. That is some cool effects. Bye-bye Intimidation Shrine. Yeah, so the Exorcist wants to be next to you, but also hiding behind buildings and firing indirectly. Very strange. Very strange weapon. Okay, maybe these are a bit more scary in combat than I was willing to admit. Oh good, I punched it with the arm that doesn't exist. And does it do damage? It did some damage. I punched it with an arm I don't have, and it took damage. Beautiful. It's on par with Games Workshop rules, though. I can ignore you for the moment. I just need to keep shooting the things over here. Have you fired? Yeah. You fired? No. Let's move there and shoot. Gun. Fire gun. Fire many gun. No arms coming off. No turrets being destroyed. Still alive. Okay. You're just going to stay still? You're not going to come in and punch me? You're going to slightly move in and punch me? Anything? Something? No? No combat. Okay, good. Who have I got that can shoot?
When the Emperor calls us to war, we serve.
Yeah, we'll just blow you away. Though, if I just got my plasma blast gun back, I should have gone to something else. Nah, that's fine. It's an engine kill. It's still an engine kill. Repressor's a good party bus. Oh yeah, that still exists. That's our one other transport. With a very strange name.
We will stand.
It used to be quite a staple, I guess a couple of editions ago, to have Dominions in that. Because then you could still scout with it. Move it forward. And it was a lot more armoured than the Immolator and the Rhino. Very good one. 6 heavy. Yeah, you've got the space. You can jump out. You can do stuff. It's a good vehicle.
Mercy destroys
I think it's just
us and saps our
you can definitely get 3D printable changes to a Rhino kit to make that. I don't know if it originally was from Forge World, or if it was like its own kit you bought entirely by itself, or if it was this is the Rhino upgrade kit to make it a repressor. Then we wouldn't have to use rhinos. No, we need rhinos. Just never take anything from the roster. Games Workshop, shh, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. We can just never take anything off the roster for the Battle Sisters. We've lost enough things already. Who has not fought?
No world is beyond his
You
rule.
haven't fought.
No enemy beyond his wrath.
Can I shoot you? I can just shoot you. Okay, so I can shoot out of combat, just not into the combat I'm in, while currently receiving a hug. Oh, that's so strange looking. That is not appropriate. Oh, that was a weird placement of a tail. Yeah, the Legends one just has big firing decks, so you don't even need to get out. Don't understand why they improved the armor of Sentinels? Neither do I really, but Sentinels are very tanky. You want a good Brood Brothers unit? Sentinels, absolutely. So far I've only talked about the Lehman Russes in the context of Brood Brothers. I will be doing the other selections and available things as Brood Brothers. Of course, I've already talked about getting the Titans as Brood Brothers, but that's a video that will come out. And it's essentially, what's good with the Imperial Guard? I lost a gun. It's alright! We have more guns. I think that's the 4th arm I've lost now. That's only an inconvenience.
When the Emperor calls us to war, we serve without question.
And I'd like to retain this so I can destroy more things. You would love a video on Imperial Guard. I will indeed do that. Probably not next week, but I will mark it as a thing to do maybe the week after. It's on the list. Depends what news things come up and what I have the most energy for. Did I play the mechanics game? I have played a little bit of it. Then I didn't have any more time to play it. For some reason I can shoot you. Oh no. Okay, I'll shoot you. Yeah. I played a little bit of it. It was quite fun. I nearly killed the Necron Lord in the prologue mission, which was something I don't think I was meant to do. But I nearly killed it. Just feed it servitors one at a time. It's something, I don't know if I would want to play it on stream, or generally things on stream, because I'm much more of a video person. Then it's a lot of thinking. Oh, there I go. No. Can they take rattlings and ogrins? No, they're expressly forbidden from taking rattlings and ogrins in Brood Brothers. It's anything with the auxilia keyword, the stormtrooper units, except for the Taurox Prime. You can take that if you really want. And otherwise you're alright. No epic heroes either. So if we did have Yarrick, he can't come back as a Brood Brother. Oh, that would really upset people if that was an option. Yarrick's back, and he loves the Gene Stealers. That would cause pillars of salt to form. They would be like, just kill him, please. Just let him die. Be like, oh, you've changed your tune. Then the Gene Stealer cult would actually have their own epic hero. That's a painful thing. But I'm gonna nudge you back. Headbutt. Headbutt. Ah, it passed all its saves. Okay. Good. Okay. Who have we got to activate? Stuff over here. Yarrick got sad with only having one arm, so Yarrick decided to get many more arms. Yes. Let the Necrons take... Well, would it be Ursula Creed or would it be the first Creed? Oh, Yuzaka Creed, yes. He's currently their captive friend, person who is definitely alive. I don't know why they didn't just have him die. That's another character you could actually kill and people would be like, yeah, that was an epic and fitting end for that dude who's been around for, you know, a couple of editions. Please stop shooting through the shield. This isn't Space Invaders. You don't want to shoot through your shield. Even on Space Invaders, you shouldn't really be shooting through your own shield. Engine kill. What have I got left? I have you. I'll just stay still and shoot. Are we going to get another engine kill? They did kill his best friend, definitely not lover, but very close friend, who he did everything with, and was the best of friends. He even held his standard for him. That is on a tiniest... Did you see that? The tiniest little bit of health. Yeah. He did get in the way of Abaddon and Creed. And, you know, as per anything else with Abaddon, his arm was just too tired. He couldn't possibly do another swing and kill one more person. And they were roommates. Yeah. The Lord Solar is quite nice. Of course, they had Lord Solar Macarius. Okay, did decide to die. Oh, and the back banners come off. Those poor back banners. Are we on a new turn? We are. Wonderful. I shouldn't have long to kill these. If I shoot you from there and I retain, then I can shoot with you, and that should be us wrapped up. Macarius died in mysterious, unknown circumstances. It wasn't necessarily Nurgle's plague. It was just, he generally died. I thought I retained. It said I was retained. Don't scythe me. He just died in mysterious circumstances, whether it was meant to be a Vindicare assassin or some other assassin killed him just to stop him from, you know, becoming too powerful. That was a little bit hinted at. And then he had 5 of his successor generals. I did not need to lose that Titan. 5 of his successor generals caused a civil war because, of course, this is us doing Alexander the Great, but as in the Imperial Guard. There we go. Didn't take much. He died of cringe. Yeah, and then there was a civil war, and like, I forget how many Space Marine chapters need to be brought in to actually pacify the whole area that Macarius took in his 33-year campaign. And then you had a load more Space Marine chapters founded, and there we go. Okay, let's close that. Well, I think that is going to be it for today's stream. We've been going for a very nice 2 hours. I hope you've had fun with me definitely not being able to play Chaos Gate, but instead being able to play Adeptus Titanicus Dominus, a game which no one else can play because it's no longer sold. Sad face. I know quite a few people do like Dawn of War things. I enjoy Dawn of War. You can actually play Battle Sisters. For a while that was basically the only viable way you could play Battle Sisters. But yeah, that's it. That's us for today. I will have another video out tomorrow. We'll do more sister content then. Genestealer Cult is, I've written down maybe ? 3 arms ? So we'll see how that goes. And I'll have other videos coming out as well, with some little voice packs, some nice VTuber things. So I will see you next week in my videos. Bod Gang, thank you for turning up. Chat, thank you for turning up. Thank you very much for the super chat. That is very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. That is what that... There we have a conversion rate. To Australian, I assume, dollars, is 1.3 English pound. Thanks a lot. Okay, have a wonderful day of 40k.